भारती न्यूज सीधा सटीक और निष्पक्ष।
Good evening and welcome to Bharti News. I'm Vansh Wadhawan and let's have a look at the biggest news of the day. First, here's the national news. The West Bengal government has rejected the demands of protesting doctors for a meeting with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee to resolve the month-long standoff following the rape and murder of a 31-year-old trainee doctor at Kolkata's Arjikar Medical College and Hospital. The demands included a live telecast of the meeting and the presence of a 30-member representative team. In a statement on Wednesday night, Health Minister Chandrima Bhattacharya said that the government remained open to discussion with the doctors but suggested that political forces might be influencing the agitations. The doctors, however, dismissed these claims as baseless and vowed to continue their protest until their demands were met. The Enforcement Directorate on Thursday conducted raids at 4 locations in Kolkata, including 2 flats belonging to the former principal of Arjikar Medical College and Hospital, Sandeep Ghosh. This is in connection with the alleged financial scam linked to the institution where the 31-year-old trainee doctor was raped and killed on August 9. The other 2 locations raided by ED are in the Lake Town and Tala areas of the city, involving a medical supplier's office and the residence of a vendor who supplied medicines to the Arjikar hospital. The Karnataka police on Thursday detained 52 people in the connection with the communal clashes in Mandya district during a Ganpati procession on Wednesday, September 11. According to the police, the clashes occurred in the Badarikapolu village when stones were allegedly thrown from near a mosque at people participating in the Ganpati procession. In response, several Hindu youths placed the Ganesh idol in front of the police station and staged a protest seeking justice. A group also set fire to some shops and torched tires, further escalating tensions. Now for updates from around the globe. With presidential candidates looking on, relatives of some 9/11 victims appealed for accountability as the US marked the anniversary amidst election season politics. In a remarkable scene, President Joe Biden, former President Donald Trump, and Vice President Kamala Harris stood together at Ground Zero just hours after Trump and Harris faced off in their first ever debate. This image represented an effort to set aside politics at this year's solemn commemoration of the hijacked plane attack that killed nearly 3,000 people on September 11, 2001. Some victims' families, after reading the names of those who lost, also delivered political messages of their own. Israeli airstrike across Gaza overnight and on Wednesday hit a UN-run school, sheltering displaced Palestinian families along with 2 homes, killing at least 34 people, including 19 women and children, according to the hospital officials. A UN official reported that 6 staff members were also killed. The war in Gaza, now in its 11th month, has left tens of thousands dead, and international efforts to mediate a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas have repeatedly stalled, with both sides accusing each other of making unacceptable demands. In the West Bank, Israeli troops launched raids in several towns, backed by airstrikes, continuing their crackdown, which they say targets militants but has devastated neighborhoods and claimed civilian lives. Now let's move on to business news. Samsung Electronics is planning to cut up to 30% of its global workforce across various divisions, according to a report by Reuters. The job cuts will be primarily affecting sales, marketing, and administrative staff in the regions such as the Americas, Europe, Asia, and Africa. Sources with direct knowledge of the situation confirmed that the reduction will be completed by the end of the year. Samsung, the world's leading producer of smartphones, TVs, and memory chips, stated that these workforces adjustments are routine and aimed at improving efficiency and cutting cost. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday stated that now is the right time to invest in India while addressing the Semicon India 2024 event at the India Expo Mart in Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. In the 21st century, the chips are in never down. The world can bet on India when the chips are down. He said, PM Modi highlighted the unique advantages of India's semiconductor industry, referencing the government's stable policies and ease of doing business for companies looking to invest. Finally, here is the sports news. Second-seeded India kicked off their Olympiad campaign with a strong 4-0 win against 93rd-seeded Morocco in the opening round in Budapest on Wednesday. Typically, top teams face relatively weaker opponents in the first few rounds. World Championship challenger D. Gukesh set out the first round. R. Pragananda scored the first point for India with a flawless game against IM Mohammad Tisir, playing as white. Vidit Gujarati and P. Harikrishna also secured points on board 3, playing as black. Arjun Ergasai made a bold piece sacrifice against Jacques Elbelia. Although the evaluation bar favored white after the move, Ergesai managed to navigate the game to secure India's 4-0 victory. Argentina's goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez has been accused by a camera person of slapping him after the side's 2-1 loss to Colombia in the FIFA World Cup qualification match in Barranquilla. Martinez was seen pushing away a camera person following the frustrating match where he faced constant boos from the Colombian crowd. Johnny Jackson, a cameraman for Caracol Television and RCN Deportes, later claimed that 32-year-old goalkeeper slapped him. Martinez was visibly frustrated at the end of the match, in which Argentina lost by a 2-1 score. Jackson stated that he pointed the camera at Martinez while he was shaking hands with another player when, out of the blue, he slapped me. I felt anger, I was angry, I was working just like he was, Jackson told RCN Deportes. That concludes our news bulletins for today. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned to Bharti News for continuous coverage and more updates. Wishing you a good evening and a great night ahead.